college. Grady Styles. Defense, number 11, Talon Malek. At forward, number 10, Gage Behrens. At forward, number 18, Luke Logston. At forward, number 4, Max Myers. And in goal, number 1, Jackson Fleming. The Caps are coached by Tony Weil, assisted by Cooper Cook and James Curran.
At defense, from Dubuque Senior High School, number 17, At defense, from Hempstead High School, number 12, Landon Schultz. Dr. Dre is the name on my head of our game. And forward from Waller's Catholic High School, number 14, Jensen. And forward from Dubuque Senior High School, number 22, Kane Weiner. And then forward from Hempstead High School, number 13, and in goal from Southern Fredericksburg High School, number 1, Andy Shell. Your Saints are coached by Austin Willendorf, assisted by Justin Mullenkamp and Joe Stipe. The officials for tonight's game was assigned by the Midwest High School Hockey League. Our referee, Ian Carlsman, linesman Austin Wheelan, and Luke Thorman. Fans, we ask that you now please rise and and face the flag as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem.
Right, so this is going to be the varsity game. This is night 2 of the 3 cities in 3 nights road tour extravaganza for your Des Moines Capitals. Took the win at Quad Cities, both JV and varsity last night. Tonight, JV won 2-0 in the opening bout. And we're about to start the varsity game of Saturday night, so this will be night 2. We're going to go with our one goalie. We had Alfred last night, who stood tall against the Quad Cities. Tonight's going to be Jackson Fleming. The in-house announcer talking to dozens of fans is about an 11 or more. So taking this opening face-off is going to be Max Myers. And I am late to the scoreboard. And it's back in behind our net. Fleming's going to be defending to your left, and we're going to be scoring to your right. That's out center ice for Dubuque has it at their blue line. They try sending it up the near. They cross the center, and Gage Barons is going to chip it into the corner, and it's going to go back behind the net where Dubuque's going to try to put it, and Logsden's going to take it. Logsden tries center and can't quite get it. Barons tries settling it down, can't, and it's heading back out into neutral ice where Malang is going to turn it around, and it's going to hit the referee, and there's going to be a stoppage. The referees are over discussing with the Dubuque team, and I'm not sure. The Dubuque coach seems a little frustrated, and he's pointing and saying, really not sure what we got. There's some skating around a circle. Okay, so hey.
With 16-13 remaining in the first period. Penalty for too many men on the ice.
Too many men on the ice. So
On the Dottie's Cafe, penalty kill.
So our power play unit is going to be Jarrett Parker on the face-off. Malang and Sacre as your deep pair. Christensen and Opp as your other wings. It goes into the corner where Opp's pinning it down. And the camera pointing at it would be very, very helpful. Malang at the blue line, shoot, saved by their goaltender. It's out. Sacre to the corner to Opp. Back to Sacre. Malang. Sacre shot. Deflected away. Malang keeping it in. For Parker. It gets loose and it's out in neutral ice. Sacre and Malang are going to come back for it. Cross to Parker. He crosses in front of our net. He's coming with speed. He looks for Opp. Opp to Sacre, back to Opp. And it gets choked up in a little bit of defense. Dubuque's going to come away with it with fast up the near wall. He's got to move. Fleming blocks it up and away. They turn it back around. Fleming's going to play it behind our goal. Leaves it for Malang. Malang. Logsden and Opp bump into each other, and one goes down. Dubuque putting pressure on. Just trying to get people to talk, it looks like right now. Max Myers skating. He loses the puck. Forward for Logsden to Logan. Logan takes a stick to the skate that we heard up here. Sure the referees must have thought it was inadvertent. It's on the far wall for Gage Barons and Logan. Myers to Stiles. Stiles back to Myers at the blue line. He's for Gage Barons, fires, and it smacks somebody hard. 14-20. We're about to run out of this power play, but got a couple of shots, and so we're going to take a face-off near side behind the posters where my camera can't see. Myers near wall. 16 is Henley. Dubuque gets over the blue line. Way. Listen, Logsden turns around and tries to get it in deeper. It's in the corner. Dubuque puts it right onto Barons. Barons skates around a couple, and he a broken stick off a Dubuque. And that shot came through traffic, and their goalie was able to pick it up. And the clock was running, and I was not watching it. Sorry. 13:53. They're listing us as 2 shots on goal. And their goalie has stood tall against some real threats. This face-off is going to be their end. Way shoots from way out on the blue line. Christensen fighting for it on the far wall. It comes free, and Dubuque's going to try and pick it up behind their net. Near wall. Henley is fighting for it. Christensen's loose. Comes up the far side, and Dubuque runs into traffic, and it's Sacre leads it for Henley, sends it forward for Sacre. Dubuque player sprawls trying to slow it down and can't, and it ends up being icing. At 13:16, it's going to come back to our face-off in our end. This face-off is going to be Parker. Malang in the corner. There's Stiles fighting for it, and a Dubuque player goes down. Parker sends it up the wall, but Dubuque slows it down. Sacre trying to pull it from him. Parker pushes it through. Dubuque catches it at their blue line, turns around. Malang, Christensen, Stiles. And he sends it forward with speed for Parker, but he can't get to it. And it goes in the end, and it's crossed a couple of lines and icing. 12:45. We'll see where the refs are going to spot this face-off. He's calling for it their end, far side. Nope, near side, sorry. Get my camera in a better position behind the posters. And we're rolling. Back in behind their net. Logan fighting for it. West fighting for it at center ice. Couple players go down. Logan, West bump into each other. A Dubuque player tries nifty little jump and doesn't complete it. Over Brett Augustine. Hop skates around 1, skates around 2, and into the corner. Gage Barons gets bumped into. We're into the corner behind the post and the posters. Stiles tries to keep it in, and it bounces, pinballs off a couple of players, and it is loose. Malang trying to keep it moving forward. Flips it hard back into their end, back behind the net. It's far wall. A player goes down in front of Malang. And the fans are already unhappy both ways about calls. I would never be a ref, so I should be quiet and not criticize. That's Myers breaking up a play, and it goes deep into our end where Malang is going to pick it up behind our goal. Getting pressured hard by Dubuque. It's coming up the near wall with Malang. Myers. Dubuque turns it around. Stiles is going to catch that at the far wall and get it back into neutral zone. Dubuque checks up, and Stiles picks it up back behind our net. Stiles fires it long for Logs and doesn't connect, and it goes behind to their end where Christensen almost takes it away behind their net. He's in pursuit. Dubuque player chasing Henley down. 2 Dubuque players chasing Henley down. And Sacre comes through, and Sacre gets put into the boards hard, moves it forward for Christensen. Christensen gets it out, but it's onto a Dubuque stick, and they shoot it in long. Way to Christensen. Christensen's coming out with speed. He sends it forward and then deep and then chases it in, and he pins his player to the back wall. and they fire it to the far wall. Parker trying to get through. He got 3 Dubuque players putting sticks on his skates, and he still was able to stay up. But it's loose and hit long, and Logan is going to come long, and it's going to go icing. Their official counter is 1 shot on goal for them and 3 for us. It's been some high-risk shots, and face off their end. It hits the ice. Logan shot saved by their goaltender. They try and skate it out from behind. They try getting into the near wall, and it's scrapping. Caden Opp has it. He turns the corner. He sends it out, and it's out to the blue line. It goes into traffic. Zach West fighting on the near wall. There's some pushing, and a stick goes away, and some bodies. Looks like Nelson was getting held to the wall there. We're still fighting him in the corner where I can't see behind the post. West shot goes into traffic. Rebound, Logan and Nelson slows down. Reed at the blue line turns it around despite a whole lot of effort. Opp skating it hard around, tries a wrap, can't get it to go. And Dubuque fires it long where Stiles is going to break it up to keep it from being icing. He's going to send it quick long for Logsdon to Myers. Myers shot, and their goaltender collects it. That was a stretched play. Some good vision up the ice. But the score remains 0-0. This face-off is going to be their end, close in. Stiles sends it long. Their goaltender can't pin it to the ice, and it's loose, but they're skating it on the far side. Where Barons breaks it up. Myers in pursuit. They skate it out where Barons breaks it up again, but it still gets clear. And Stiles and Logsdon are trying to turn it around. Logsdon up the near wall for Stiles. Stiles to Myers. Myers to Barons backwards to Lang. Good vision. Shot wide, but it's deep in. Barons sends it back in around. Malang's back in behind the net trying to get control of it, and it looks like it's pinned in the net on the backside. So coming on for this face-off is going to be Parker. He's got Sacre out there. He's got Luke Henley out there. He's got Way on the D-line. It's in the corner. For Stiles. Henley. Sacre shot from the blue line. Sacre pulls away the rebound, shoots. Parker trying to swat at the rebound that was sitting there, but he couldn't get his stick through a Dubuque stick. Dubuque player goes down underneath one of our players. But I think that was clean play. Just good hockey play. Sacre sneaks loose. His shot sticked away by their goaltender. It's loose in mid, and they try getting a move on West, and that wasn't going to happen. Way skating it up. Chops it forward and sees Nelson long. Good up-ice vision. We didn't have enough bodies there to help Nelson out, but Way seeing him stretched out their defense and gets those legs tired, skating hard. Nelson, Logan in the near corner fighting for it. It goes far wall for Opp. It goes up the far wall and it's loose. West up the near wall for Nelson. Nelson for Logan, and Caden Opp ends up on getting snowed on his back. A shot in at goal goes off of a defender's stick and up into the net at 6:21. The official scoring has it as 10 shots for us and 1 shot for them. And as we have seen frequently in games, that is unsustainable, and the dam will burst and the goals will be plentiful. Dubuque through the neutral zone, and Malang breaks it up. Behrens pushes it forward. Dubuque takes it back into their zone and tries looking for somebody forward for them. And they've got a player coming in hard after Malang. And Dubuque takes it off away from Malang, but Myers, big hit, and moves the puck out to the blue line. The Dubuque's trying to make something happen. But that play broken up. Logsdon. Big save, point blank save by Fleming. Sounded like he got his stick in there. Puck's loose. Logsdon puts one up high, or hits it hard and it goes high. So we're at 5:32. I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up with the action. I am amateur at best, but I do love hockey. Face-off's going to be their end. Far side. And Parker pushes it right through. And it ends up loose on the far wall. Christensen sends it in deeper where Parker's going to be after it. It's in the near corner. Sacre sends it deep in behind their goal. Christensen trying to keep it in put. Dubuque player with a little bit of speed comes down the ice, and he ends up underneath. Looks like Sacre. And they stayed down for a while. We're sure they were having words or just getting cozy. Henley forward near wall. Sacre racing forward into the corner. And then you can see hear some banging on the glass. That one came through, and Dubuque's going to send it way. Stops at neutral ice. Keeps it from getting. The Dubuque player got a step on our defender, but Jackson Fleming was able to stick it away before it became a threat. Luke Henley, he's going to send it around, but a Dubuque player tries to step in between. And Parker is going to send it up this near wall, where Nelson tries sending it forward. Center for Christensen, who chips it up into neutral ice. And Dubuque's going to try and set something up, and he gets his puck taken away by Caden Opp, who gives it to Nelson, who couldn't set it down enough. And Logan taking a shot from way out. So that was some high-risk stuff with Opp and Nelson brutalizing their defense, just couldn't settle it down enough. And then when it came free, the shot came in from an angle that the goalie could see. And the shots are now counted as 2-12. Us. And we're getting some real good opportunities. And there's just under 4 minutes left here in this first period. Stiles sends it long, but not a lot on it, and it's sticked away. Opp on the far wall. Out to the Malang at the blue line. Comes in and off a defender body. Stiles shot, and it gets patted away. Almost got one in the far side. Dubuque moving up with Logan and Stiles in between him and the goal, and Logan peels that one away. Puck is up and loose. Caden Opp tried to get it clear. Stiles sending it long. And it's going to be icing. At 3:18. Shots are 2:14. And the faceoff's going to come back to our end. In front of Fleming's goal. Shaded to our side. And this is going to be Myers on the faceoff. It gets out to a Dubuque player at the far side blue line and back in behind the net. for Henley. Henley sends it forward for Myers. A Dubuque player goes down with no one around him. He slips it to Behrens. Behrens shot, pad save. Good save by their goalie, but he couldn't track it down to pin down the rebound. Henley shot goes wide right. Dubuque tries getting it to neutral ice, and Logsdon is in the way. He sends it back in behind their goal, and Myers is coming in for pressure, tries to get there into the board. Logsdon shot up in net. So just statistically, at some point, one of ours is going to get past their defenders. Face-off's going to be their end, shaded to us. And Dubuque player comes away with it, trying to get back behind, and he got a little ahead of himself and ahead of the puck, and that's going to be an offsides. Tried to make an opportunity for his team and got ahead of the puck carrier. So the face-off is going to be neutral ice, shaded toward our end, their side. And we're going. Dubuque, far wall. Malang puts him against the wall, and his puck gets loose. Shot, pad save. That was a shot from out of the blue line by one of their assistant captains. Sacre and another player are buttoned pretty hard. Parker coming in with speed, shot, hit the glove, but the goalie couldn't retain it in the glove. Malang from the blue line, shot, doesn't go. Stiles and Parker fighting for it. Christensen pops it free, but it's neutral ice. Malang, Sacre far wall, stop and go. Malang steps around his defender, chips one, doesn't get a lot on it, and it goes wide. Deep in the corner. Parker Stiles up the near wall. He gets bumped into from behind while he's trying to get rid of it. Dubuque working it behind their goal. 1:28 left. Christensen, Logsdon. Back to West. Long, slow slider, and their goaltender snaps it up with his glove. So this is face-off's going to be their end. Myers. West shot, but it's a Dubuque stick. Myers rebounded shot, just went wide. Nice little snap, but couldn't get it home. Myers back in behind their net. Looking, as the kind gentleman just said, there's 1 minute remaining in this first period. There's a tie up here in the corner behind the posters and pillar that I can't see. It comes free, shot high and right. Behrens tries center it for Myers, but it gets picked off by Dubuque. Augustine went down, and there was some awe. Dubuque trying to get some offensive going, but we're turning it around. Logsdon with Behrens. Logsdon gets taken down by two Dubuque players against the far wall, and they chop it long where Stiles is going to collect it at our end. He's going to fire it hard for Parker. Parker, long padded away by their goaltender. Christensen far wall. Parker comes in to rake it free. And he does. And the period expires.
And that's the horn after 1 period of play. We've got a 0-0 game. Shots on goal, 4 for 19 for Des Moines. We'll scrape the ice.
As the gentleman just said, the count is 4 shots for them, 19 for them.
she pull up on me, I know what she about to say. What's poppin'? Brand new whip is hoppin'. I got options. I can pass that shit, don't stop me. It's Joshua. I'm running this whole like a guy. I got rid of the toxins. It's supposed to be toxins. Cause I'm taking you and I brand new whip is hot. I like a thing on my you're running no cops. Tell me to go to no cops. I'm with you to be stopped. I'm feeling my dude. I said it was like a thing. Now she's from the way on the way. Go back and forth like a big thing. I put with you. Yeah, big boy.
The second period started. Neutralized Logsdon. He ends up going back in behind Fleming. Milan, Styles. Styles sends it forward from Logsdon. And it goes long and it's going to be Dubuque at the blue line into the corner. Styles to Logsdon. Logsdon centers it. Gage Barons, who shot, ended up getting defended well. Barons skating it around. Center. High corner for Styles. Styles save defensive line. That's going to be icing. It's going to come back.
To the city of God, to reach the goals and the soccer stars, to bring us the great meditate, thanks the way, the city is off, the silver palm, the gold one, only like
down for Parker. Far wall. Safely. Shot. Sticks in. Parker pulls it. Back in behind the net. Loose puck. Safely. Send it for Christensen. Set it down. It's deep in our end. Dubuque in control. Parker, so all up for safely, puts it for Christensen. Christensen leaves it for Way. Way skating in. He's a threat. Back out to Christensen at the blue line. Shot. Blocked away. Parker slow moving into our end and Way tracks it down. Henry leaves it to Way, and I don't think we saw it. Dubuque skates away with it. Shot, knocked down by Fleming. Wasn't able to keep it in the glove, but he definitely knocked it down. That would have been a goal. It was a good shot. Dubuque showing a little offensive life. Cut that loose. Yes. Sends it forward from Logan. Logan against the wall, but Dubuque turns around and sends it around. West turns it down right behind our net. He gets pinned by Dubuque player and West slips free. Puts it out on the stick of Logan again. He tries to step around his Dubuque player and zip, but he cannot. Back with West with the far wall to Nelson. Some stick work against the far wall. Dubuque tries to stop and start getting away with it. And Caden Opp is not making that happen. Dubuque gets out in the corner and he goes down. Caden Opp taps it between his own legs and it's neutralized. So Dubuque's going to have to get back onside and it's back to him and net from Fleming. Fleming plays it and the Dubuque player almost comes away with it. Dubuque able to clear it to their end, and they're going to reset. They've got an opening on the far side. Shot, save, Fleming. Second tap away by Fleming. So Dubuque definitely showing some offensive life. And here comes Myers up the near wall with speed. He sends it deep in and around, but there's no one home. He goes to the other side to get it himself. Burns can't keep his stick on it, logs it in the corner, shovels it back. Burns, bad save. And then the rebound goes to the Golden Squad. Again, their goal. Good ball. Facing the floor. London is also going to stay 2 minutes.
Especially when your own country treats you like an infidel. Family is well, don't box me into a corner eye. Look like a butterfly, spin like Muhammad Ali. But Trinidad go too hard, and too smart, too smart. Godzilla, these rebels, you got.
The rest of the Bears spotting the puck. Shot for a hole, but it was an easy repair work. Barons and Logsdon, they tried pulling it away. Shot and goes wide. Corner. Dubuque sends it out to the blue line. Moran goes deep for Styles, who's going to pick it up behind our net. They go deep. He leaves it back to Moran. Centered for Myers, and he goes out to neutralize, and then taps it in deep. And Logsdon's going to chase it back behind the net, but Dubuque pulls it away. Barons against the boards. And it gets free. Logsdon keeps it in. Sends it back to Barons. Barons tries to stick it between them. So it gets around one, runs into a mess, and their goalie pins it to the ice as Barons Barons stayed into the defense. Not able to pull away, so this is going to be Barker. Taking the face off. His blue line is way and penalty. Way shot long, stick away by Christensen in the corner. He gets pushed off. Direction away out, Jackson Fleming plays it, and Dubuque tries to steal it away. He gets a spin shot, and Fleming gets his pad sealed to the ice and stops it down. A glove save by Fleming. Dubuque able to make some opportunities for themselves, and they're trying to get it out to Christensen and get it deep, safely. Slipping a couple of games. Henry taps it deep in and around. Christensen's going to pick it up on this near wall. It's out neutralized. Way trying to keep it in. But it gets neutralized and Christensen dumps it in. Back behind the goal. Christensen's coming in to keep him honest. Dude. Puck comes loose and it's anybody's. Caden almost gets pushed off it, but he's not easy to get off the puck. And he comes back to Dubuque, has it in there. I'm going to zoom that so I can capture a little more of the action as this gets fast and furious. Penalty. West. Back and forth, and Dubuque putting the pressure on. The puck almost comes loose and runoff. Jackson Fleming sends it in deep, and their goalie's out of the net. Send it around. He gets away in time. Logan forward from Nelson. Pop shot, stick save. Top fly gets loose, and it's back for Styles. It's for Logan. It's headed back in deep. With Logsdon in pursuit. Dubuque's going to cross. Shot. Tipped away with the glove of Fleming on that shot. Long, slow shot. Had stick save. Lost in the far wall. Leaves it for Myers. Myers to Barons. Barons in no room, and they're going to get him offsides. Barons had to take a moment to settle it down, and Myers is speed. Shaded their way and offside. Dubuque tries changing sides. And they try setting up for numbers, and Max Myers one hand sticks it. And it slips by. Logsdon can shoot as it goes back to Myers forward. They wave off. They got it back behind their net and they go to the far corner. They try turning around. Logsdon breaks it up. Great pressure by Logsdon. Barons turns it around, sends him Grafsley indeed. Way breaks up a play, and he's going to skate into the corner. Barons. And they send it long, and it's deep into the corner. It's going to go out to neutral ice where Styles is going to turn in. He's got a play lineman. Sent up for Saker and Parker to Saker. He sends it for Christensen. He settles it down into the glove of their goalie. Dubuque trying to come with numbers. Shot, and Dubuque player wasn't able to settle it down, so it came in not too fast, and Fleming was able to seal the ice and let that one through. Had to make a read on if it was going to be a shot high or just going to try and slide it under, and he made the right call. That's what a good goalie does. It's on the far wall. Saker, and it wraps around where Fleming is going to try and slow it down and realize he needs to get back to his net. Saker tries sending it clear and doesn't put a lot of stick on it. Real west. In the near corner, up for Christensen. Christensen tips it to Saker. Saker comes in and ends up on his side after running into a player. The corner. Shot, Saker defended away. Far wall, Logan fighting play. Penalty. Stinson goes deep. Penalty challenge a couple of Dubuque players, but it comes loose, and Dubuque's going to pop it up, and Way intercepts and turns it around, and it's in the gear. Sweater of a Dubuque player who couldn't point to the stoppage. Face-off's going to be there on the far side. This is Caden off, and he's got Nelson and Logan. Off of the face-off to Nelson. Nelson tries to shoot. Logan tries shooting. initially with the shot, and he sends it back from the backboard for Nelson. Dubuque skating away, Nelson working it. Way breaks that out, then turns around, spins it, tries to get it center, and Oppenheim. Dubuque player went down away from play, not sure what that was all about. It's at the back wall, Henley. Picture that. He's going to go near side. He tries to get it clear, and the Dubuque player is able to turn it around, but not before it went neutral ice. Fleming plays it away. Shot off his own side, and Fleming with 2 saves, 3 saves at point blank. He's not able to control the rebounds, but they cannot get it. And there was a blind shot that Fleming picked up the track. I hope the scorers keep a track of all of that. Now, 14 shot, that was for Dubuque. Malang taps it forward for Barons, who slips his defender and could not get the turned around the corner. Dubuque tries stretching the play, and they try centering it, and they can't connect well on either one of them, so that play doesn't develop. But if it would have been tape to tape, it would have been point. Lawson sends it deep. Myers. This one's going to be free, but Stiles is going to win the foot race. Malang taps it forward for Barons. Barons with a snapshot, and their goaltender blows it down to the whole thing. The goaltender's got 28 shots. He's also got 14. This is normally a whole different score. We're 0-0. Parker with the face-off. It's in the corner. Parker picks it up. Christensen for Parker against the back wall. He tries to center for safety. Can't connect. It's out in neutral ice. Stiles waits. Chops it. And then pop fly in. It's in the corner. If you try to send it forward, and Stiles tries turning it around, neither we're on target. It's up the middle wall for Christensen. He's going to skate. He sends it across for Stiles. And you see Sacred at the far blue line and almost makes a little extra move, and it gets loose and back up line for Malay. Safety hook line. The blue player tries swatting it away with his hand. William Reed in. Getting some ice time. Try to get around Reed, and that's not happening. He's trying to show his skills so he gets more ice time. Christensen. That's Myers. Takes it, can't get away from his defender. Almost got it to the, carried it at least to the paint. The Dubuque player trying to get something. Shot, pad save. Shot, that's into the body of Logsdon, who's giving it up for his goaltender. Reed is west on the far wall. He's pinned. Myers goes down hard. Reed west coast basket. Shot, stick save. Myers forward from Logsdon, broken up by Dubuque. It's in the corner. .320 left here in the second. Dubuque is making an offensive push. Their player got around the corner and Malay shot. Fleming was there for the stop. Leader on the turnaround. Parker tries getting clear deep in their red zone. He looks center for safety, can't find him. And then Parker comes around and breaks that any play that Dubuque had up. tries getting clear. He shot, and Fleming with a save. 248. Saves it going from single digits. Now have 17 shots on goal. And there, Jackson Fleming is still keeping them out of the net. It's definitely not the first period. Fans didn't like something that happened that was away from where I was trying to keep track of the camera, and I do apologize for that. It's corner work. It's near the wall. Slips loose. Malone has someone turn the corner on him. Right where it goes down, Malone trying to control the puck. He chops it around for safety at the far wall. He tries looking for Christensen. She took a shot, sticked away by Fleming. Up the far wall from Larson, broken up by Dubuque. That was a long one between Ray and scrambling neutralized. Myers fighting for it, trying to force it forward to Barons. Dubuque hits big blue penalty to set it up into the net. Another got shot right in the glass. This face off serving all in. Slow slider. Face off. Parker. The Christensen. Safely. Far wall. Turn around. Styles keeps it in. But Dubuque is trying to set up a near wall for Malone fighting for it. Dubuque gets a nice big shot. Styles is going to race it into the corner, and it's going to be icing. Parker trying to turn around. It's in the corner. Parker challenging 3 Dubuque players. And he's able to get it on the far wall. And it gets kicked. Parker trying to send it back for one of ours, but Dubuque ends up with it. Shaky tries to push and pull for the puck. And it gets loose. It comes down to Ryan, where Malang is going to take it into the corner. The Dubuque is hot pursuit. He sends it long for Safety. Safety leaves it for Christensen. Christensen trying to skate in, doesn't have much of a shot. He's able to center it, no one home. Christensen comes around the other side and takes it away. The Dubuque sends it to no one, and they collect it in their own zone.
Will Zam come back for the third?
All right, welcome back to Amateur Hour Broadcasting. I think we're going to come into the third period. Night 2 of the 3 cities in 3 days. This is the varsity game. We are still 0-0 into the third. 28 shots on goal, 19 shots for Dubuque. Dubuque did an offensive outburst in the second period. It was all us in first and all them in second. And we shall see what happens here in the third. It looks like let's get ready to rumble. It's going to be Max Myers going to be taking your face off. He's out there with Stiles, Malang, Logsden, and Behrens. And we're moving. Back in our ice. Board for Stiles. Stiles shot. Goalie save. Face off their end. Malang turns it around. Shot. I'm going to see if I can get that on instant replay, but that looked like a rebound for Max Myers. And I hope I caught that. So it's 16-42. Myers lights the lamp with
Goal scored by number 4, Max Myers. Assisted on the play by number 11, Talon Malang, and number 18, Luke Logston.
So they're saying that whole line, that Malang from the defense, Logston on the wing, and Myers putting it in the back. Here's Behrens. Behrens challenging deep. He almost had Myers. The left for Sacre, he couldn't put it away. But good thinking. Malang fighting on the far wall. Behrens takes it away and chips it. It's loose. Sacre tries getting in front and gets it dragged away from him. The ref's got his hand up, and we're going to have a stoppage at 15:53. And he's sending Sacre.
The blowing penalty coming with 15:53 remaining in the third period. Penalty was on number 6, Paxton Sacre.
So Sacre's going to get 2 for roughing, and we're going to be on the penalty kill. Face off our end. And they're on the power play, as the gentleman just announced. They're out the blue line looking for something. It's Junta, Logan. I believe that's Henley and Way out there on the penalty kill unit. Way a threat both ways, and he goes down. Henley hits it hard around the boards, and it slips past Dubuque and heads to their end to eat up some of this time. They try shooting it, sending it forward, and Way sends it deep in back, and their goalie's going to play it. With Junta coming in to try and take it away, and they're going to work the far wall. Way and Logan breaking that one up. Shot. Fleming. And they're going to call that a goal. Fleming stopped it, but it went straight up and down his back. And it, just like that, we're even up. That's what the power play is all about. So nothing Fleming can do. He made the stop. It just went up, straight up, and came back down behind him. So we're back to even up at 14:59. And must be a timeout. And the refs are heading over for...
All right, we got a few announcements to clarify here.
Number one, we got a power play goal for Dubuque, scored by number 7,
That power play goal comes with 14:59 remaining in the third period.
And they put Junta
a cross check.
On the boy, number 21, Alexander Genta, will be serving their 2-minute penalty here as we come back to play. Extending the O'Connor and Thomas Law Firm power play.
Not sure how much of that you heard, but they're saying not only insult to injury the goal, they're saying Junta's going to go to the box for 2. And they'll stay on that power play. As the song Narco continues to play, if you didn't know the name of it. So your penalty kill unit is going to be Stiles, Malang, Myers, Behrens. Puck's down. Dubuque bringing up near side. And it's deep in and around. Malang, far wall, blue line. Dubuque. Shot bodied by Stiles. Shot wide. It's far wall. Myers tries to move. Stiles uses his body again, and this one's loose for Behrens, and he's going to shoot. Tried picking the top corner, went high wide. But he almost got free on the shorthander. Dubuque bringing it in. They skate at the blue line looking for a slot. It's broken up by Stiles and Behrens, and it's going to go deep, and their goalie's going to have to stick it so it's not loose in play for us with Myers charging it. Dubuque player tried getting tricky and gets broken up. Stiles breaks up a play. Dubuque at the blue line. They cross. They go top. And back and forth. Shot tried leaking through, and that puck has gotten loose. And now Myers is getting into the mix with somebody. That was a save and a couple of bodies. So at 13:32, we're going to have another face-off at our end. 34 seconds left of this power play. Opp is going to take this face-off. He's got Logsdon way. Trying to figure out who else is out there. They're back and forth. They're looking for something to this side. They try going across, and Logsdon tips it away. Way in pursuit and takes it off the stick of a Dubuque player. Opp tries getting it clear and can't because into the body. Fleming with a pad save right against the post. And it goes down in a pile under Henley. Dubuque's running out of time on their power play, but they've got the puck in our end. He slips his defender, tries coming in for a close range shot, shoots it through the crease and nothing. Junta, it's out into neutral ice. Opp taps it around behind, but can't get clear. We're at even strength. Arguably a hole. Dubuque tries making a move, and he can't get around Henley and ends up coasting gently into the wall. Way fires it forward for Sacre, but can't connect, and the Ref signals that they've got to skate back to get back on side. Dubuque tries speeding it up the far wall when Malang takes it. Styles looks for Christensen. Parker pulls it back. Styles shoots, glove save. 12-08. We are 1-1 in the third. 24 shots now for Dubuque, and they are gaining on us. They haven't caught us. We've still got more shots on goal, but they have definitely changed the way the balance was early in this game. So deep in their own even strength, this is going to be Parker. His blue line is Malang and Styles. I see Christensen, and I can't see who's behind the posters. Hucks at their end. Tried center. It gets out to neutral ice. Malang lays back. Dubuque player puts it on the stick. Tries a backhanded shot. Fleming knocked it down and then had a little moment to control and pinned it down. 11:51. They're counting that as a shot on goal. Well, yes, they probably should. But this is going to be a face-off in our end. This face-off is going to be Myers. He's got Behrens, Malang, Logsdon out to Logsdon. Dubuque turns it around. Myers hustle, breaks it up. And Behrens gets out. Logsdon looking, trying to center from Malang. Myers gets it. And their goalie has to stop it as it slides in. And there's some discussion with Logsdon and a defensive player that's looking Logsdon squarely in the shoulder. So it might be a little mismatch if he really, really wants it, but it's not the size of the dog in the fight. This is going to be a face-off their end. Taken by Myers. Logsdon, Behrens, Henley, Ware out at the blue line. Puck's down. It's up. Well, Henley tries to move it forward. Dubuque tries center and they miss their connection, and Way picks it up in the corner and he gets ridden into the boards. Myers sends it forward for Behrens. Behrens crosses for Henley. Henley sends it forward but it's going to go icing. And so that's going to come back. There's going to be another face-off with Behrens, Henley, Myers, Way. And he's got Logan at the far end looking for a long clear. Dubuque reads that, breaks it up. Pop fly, Henley. Behrens picks it up. Shot wide left. Henley takes the far side. Dubuque sends it to clear ice and nobody home. Cade Knopp is going to skate in. He shoots, glove save. So this face-off is going to be their end. And it's going to be taken by Cade Knopp. He's got Logan and Nelson out there. Puck's on the ice. Logan, shot, knocked down, and then finally pinned by their goaltender. .29 left, tied 1-1. We're going to reset same bodies. Opp with the face-off. Logan sends it, and their goaltender has to pin it to the ice again. So we're going to reset again with Caden Opp on the face-off. Logan Nelson. It's loose. Dubuque sends it. And we knocked it into their end, but because it went across the blue line, we have to reset. Opp sends it. Opp stole it, gave it to Nelson. Nelson didn't have a lot of shot because he was so close to the goal. And their goalie makes a breadbasket save. He just didn't have enough room to get that nifty corner pick he can do. All right. Face off their end. Sacre shot wide. It's coming this way. Shot, breadbasket save by Fleming. 9:59 in the third. Night 2 of 3 nights. They'll be heading over to Waterloo after this game for the hotel. This face-off is going to be Parker. Shot, save. Dubuque sends in one. Stick save. Another save, and that might have been part pipe. We're moving forward. Sacre sees Christensen across ice. Christensen tries sending it forward for Parker, but can't connect. Parker goes down. Far wall. Parker out to the blue line. Henley. Out to our blue line. Stiles tries shooting and fires it into the leg of a Dubuque player. Dubuque player trying to slip loose here on this near wall. Tries a spin move on Henley. Shot, point blank save by Jackson. Fleming. And then he couldn't snag the rebound out of midair, but caught the spin move of the Dubuque player and read it. Was in the right spot. Barron's straight up the middle, but he's got 3 Dubuque players on him. Caught it. It's in the corner. It's coming up the near wall. Henley. Another Dubuque player trying to work loose, and he tries stepping over a stick, and then he does an obvious, that looked very trippy to me, but I'm not a referee. Way sends it up to Barron's stick. Barron's can't tap it down. All right, now the refs are calling, slowing something down. I'm not sure. Must be an offsides. So 8:29. Flurry of shots, and now Dubuque is within 9 shots on goal of us, where they were as many away as 20 at one point in the game. Max Myers with a face-off in neutral territory. Barron's tries. It goes up and high on a deflection into the netting. Stoppage of play. Face-off's going to be their end. Drive. Wall. Henley sends it deep in and around. It's going to make it to the far side, where Myers is going to pick it up. Myers, soft shot into a body. Puck is loose. Dubuque tries sending it clear. Way taps it back into their zone. Myers picks it up at center ice. Gets beyond his stick. Henley sends it long, and their goalie's going to play it. And Logsden's going to come in and try and keep them honest. They try changing up, and they slip up, but Stiles is in the way, and he pops it clear. That one comes through, and Fleming gave it a little extra movement. So this is a lead op to Barron. Barron tries picking the soft side, and their goaltender's able to pad save it. And one of them, Opp, gets run over from behind for his troubles. Center ice, Barron settles it down, sends it in deep and around. It's in the corner. couple of people scrumming for it. Dubuque comes away, tries leading it for one of theirs, but Malang is going to catch it before it's icing. 7-0-3. Face-off's going to come back to their end. We're trying to score to your right. We're defending to your left. And this face-off is going to be Cade Knopp. And he's got Nelson and Logan out there, the powerful JV line. And this one gets loose with Styles in pursuit. Styles turns and fires to Nelson. Nelson tries going across, broken up by Dubuque. Malang picks it up behind the net. He tries sending it, and Dubuque player is on him, and Fleming has to make a cover. 6:47. So this face-off is going to be our end. Puck's down and loose. Try a long shot. Christensen gets his body in the way and forces it out to neutral ice. Cross to Parker. Parker on the near wall. He tries flipping in center for Sacre, who takes a low angle shot, doesn't hit on goal. A couple of players go down on the far side. Little pop fly. Henley gets a leg sweeped, for lack of a better word. I'm not sure it was intentional, but it sure looked ugly. Sacre tries shoving it in, and Dubuque tries turning it back around. Way breaks up a rush, but Dubuque gets back on the attack. Shot wide, blockered away. Not sure that was on goal, but Sacre spinning. Christensen leaves it for Sacre. Chopped in. Christensen moves a Dubuque player off the puck. Styles sends it in. Their goaltender plays it. Under 6 minutes. Dubuque coming with speed. And that's broken up by... No, it was not broken up by Barons. Barons tapped it away, but their player picked it back up. A touch and go for Dubuque. They can't connect. Logsdon skates out over the blue line, over the red, back in the blue. Shoots it long, glove save. And that's save number 39 for their goaltender, with only one to show for it. So he came to play tonight. Face-off's going to be their end. 5:18 left. Back in around the boards, and Malang goes for the hit instead of the puck. And it's out of play. .5:11, 1-1. Night 2's Dubuque varsity game, the Dubuque Saints. This face-off is going to be their end far side. Ref calls too. Logsdon's going to be taking the face-off with Myers shaded towards the goal and Barons against the wall with Styles and Malang out of the blue line. Dubuque coming, and they want to play. Malang, back wall, sends it hard around for Barons, who can't control it. Dubuque turns and shoots just wide. Threat. Dubuque against the wall, and they turn around and send it into our end. Deep. Malang getting pursued, leaves it for Styles. Styles, chip shot out to center ice where Myers is going to try and get a hold of it, but he's going to have to take a moment of control. Myers sends it back for Styles, and Styles is the only one who wants it, gets it behind the goal, and gets shoved down from behind. Dubuque sends it long, and Henley collects it behind our goal. He sends it up the near wall for Nelson. Nelson to Logan. Logan taps it in. Not under control, and it's in the corner. Henley. He gets it taken off his stick. And a Dubuque player tries sneaking one in, but Fleming's there for it. And Dubuque gets another turnover and another turnover. A shot high. Dubuque's making some offensive opportunities out of our defensive miscues. It's out center ice. They chip it back in. Henley catches and retrieves. Sends it for Opp. Opp sends it long, and we're going to do a line change, but that's going to be an icing. 3:31. This face-off is going to come back to our end. Parker's going to be taking this face-off. And he does. Dubuque player slips through and gets a shot, but it's blocked away. Another Dubuque player takes a shot. It's through some legs and out of play. We'll reset that face-off. This is going to be Parker on the face-off again in our end. He's got Sacre, Styles, Malang. Malang chops one in and their goaltender sticks it away. It's back in behind their net. They're coming forward. Puck's loose and Fleming is going to play it around the far wall to Malang. Sacre to Styles. Sacre goes down after a big hit. Christensen. Back in behind their net. They send it out to their blue line, but it's turned around by Malang. Malang skating into a crowd. Christensen tries slowing it down. We're under 2.5 minutes. Long shot, and it's loose, but no icing. Myers in pursuit. Myers has a stick on it, but Dubuque's got the numbers. They chop it long for Henley. Dubuque working it in their end with Myers in pursuit. It goes long. Fleming came out to play when Henley went down. Myers across to Behrens, back to Myers. He comes through a screen set up by Sacre. No, by Logsden. And Jackson's pass picked off by Dubuque, so an ugly pass. Logsden's pass picked off by Dubuque. They're still in our end. Max Myers trying to send it around. Way came to play. He gets it away, and Myers tries chopping it, and it gets knocked down again. It's staying in our end. Dubuque shot, not a lot on it. And Behrens, we're under a minute. And Dubuque's going to try again. They're skating to the center. Shot off a couple of skates, otherwise that would have been on target. And almost a break for Behrens, but he couldn't get clear. Dubuque tries getting around Styles, not happened. Shot blocked. Malang sends it forward. Dubuque trying to turn it around before we can get our line change in. Styles tries to send it. Parker to Sacre. Sacre steps around his, sees it. Malang's into a body. And it's going to be long and on the far wall. Styles going to pick it up, and he's got a Dubuque player in pursuit, and they've been really aggressive. He drops it back for Malang. We're at 10 seconds. Christensen, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Parker. And we're going to overtime. So, overtime, 31 shots for Dubuque, 40 shots for your Capitals. Scores 1-1 after regulation. Dubuque just really wanted it in that second and third period and brought it back. We're going to 3 minutes to discuss with the coaches and get realigned, and then we shall commence overtime. We'll see who they're going to send out. For I believe will be threes. If this was JV, it would go straight to shootout, which both Kenley Boma and Ty Sands and the JVs have stood tall in. But this should go to threes. All right, 2 minutes to puck drop for overtime. All right, with a minute and a half left until the overtime puck drop, Fleming is going to be defending to your goal, to your left. The people that are still on their skates are Gage Behrens, Stiles, and Max Myers.
In about 1 minute and 11 seconds.
So, two offensive threats and a defensive par excellence. And, of course, our number one goalie, Jackson Fleming, to start this overtime. The Dubuque goalie has faced 40 shots and only let in one. Hats off to him. And some of those were some really impressive saves. You know, Fleming's taken on 31 shots, so it's no slouch. He has definitely stood tall, and he's broken up a couple of plays that could have been some serious threats, but it's still 1-1, and puck drop will be in 20 seconds. Goalie parent, you hate this. Not as much as you hate as a shootout, but you hate this because normally you've got a couple of defensemen out there backing each other. With this, you're short. All right. So Fleming in net to your left. Behrens, Myers, Stiles. Dubuque comes out. And the puck drop is to Dubuque. Dubuque takes it back in there and sets up looking for the matchup that they want. Slight fumble with Behrens, keeping him honest. Dubuque coming up fast up the near side. He tries skating into Stiles, and he can't keep a hold of it. Is able to back hit, but couldn't locate his other winger, and they still come away with it. So that was a quick threat right off the bat. Dubuque coming in again, trying to go wide. Comes around the far side. Myers on him, following the puck. Tries to leaving it back to try and pull Myers away. Dubuque turning it back into neutral ice. Myers trying to track it down. They try to get that mismatch. Dubuque coming with speed. Leaves it, and Sacre had come on in a switch, and he sends it long, and their goalie has to pin it down. Sacre was trying to find Parker. 3:49 in overtime. This is threes hockey overtime. Saker was trying to find Parker on a stretch and just a little bit too much. Hopefully that woke Dubuque up to we're not just going to roll over. Face off their end. Parker rides it away, and it's our puck in their end, but it gets loose. Sakery goes after it and turns it around. He's got a Dubuque player on him to Parker, near side. Parker still coming, shot, bodied him wide. Coming up the near wall, Sakery over to Malang. Malang back behind our goal. 3 minutes left in overtime. Waiting for, okay, we've got Parker, we've got Sakery. Malang comes out, loses an edge, and it slips past Sakery, and it's it deep in their end, but their puck. So Sakery's going to turn, they try the stretch to one of theirs, and it's going to be icing. 2:48. Neither team getting the matchup that they want. Almost a stretch play by your Capitals. So this faceoff is going to be deep in their end, far side, and it's going to be Max Myers taking it with Stiles and Behrens. Puck's on the ice. Back in the behind the red line, sends it up the far side for Dubuque, and he's going to try and move on Stiles, and Stiles sticks that one up and away. Dubuque comes away with it, so they're going to reset in their end. Myers comes in for the threat, and Dubuque turns it around. Dubuque tries skating into the mess, and Behrens sticks away, but Dubuque comes away with it, and they've got a straight shot, and Myers gives up his body for stopping that shot. Behrens in pursuit, but he's going to come off, and we're going to put on Sakery. So it's Sakery, Parker, Stiles on this threes, and we're starting to get a little heavy in their end just to try and force some pressure. They send it up the middle for one of theirs, and they've got a straight lane breakaway, and that was a great save. So a Dubuque player slipped free up the center, and Jackson Fleming answered the bell at 1:38. Malang has it back behind our net. He leaves it for, no. Caden Opp skates up the near wall, but Malang still has the puck. Malang back behind the net. Opp comes in, and Opp takes the puck up to Parker at our blue line, crosses center ice. Opp tries going to the net, gets a little wide, but we've got it loose in their end. Parker centers, tries putting it on Malang, and gets free, but no one's able there to tap it home. Opp dueling for it in the corner. Parker's got it. He's got a shot. So the first shot by Parker was into a body. Second one was their goalie on his belly. 52 seconds left. All right, so this face-off is going to be their end, and it's going to be Caden Opp with Malang and Parker. Opp ends up on the ice, and Dubuque comes away with a puck. Dubuque's going to come up this near side with speed, trying to get around Malang and Opp. Puck comes free. They're saying, so that came into the goal. And there was a pileup. There was a save. There was a loose puck. There was some pushing and shoving, and the net came off. And I'm thinking the ref is going to say that Malang intentionally put that net off with 31 seconds. So this is going to be 4-on-3 with 31 seconds left.
Penalty with 31.6 seconds remaining in overtime.
On number 11, James for cross-checking, puts it back.
Okay, they're saying cross-checking instead of taking the net off intentionally.
Timeout, Dubuque.
So yeah, Malang is out, and we are – 31 seconds left. We're going to be skating 3. They're going to be skating 4. Fleming has answered every one but one, and he was flat out several times and under the pile by the end of that. I'm sorry that my announcing skills don't stand up to it. I'm just not that good. But the puck just kept coming loose, and he was always in the way of it. Extra effort for Malang and the other players that were on the ice at the time, but we're at 31 seconds to go in overtime number 1, and then I believe it'll go to shootout. The younger fans of the Saints letting Mr. Malang know that that penalty was costly. Fleming goes back to his goal, and he's fired up. We're going to go with Myers, Henley, and Stiles, and the puck's on the ice. Dubuque up top. They cross. They're looking for a late shot. Save. Myers sends it long. Their goaltender puts it back into play. Centered for Dubuque. Their player goes down and the puck is loose, and Henley's trying to slip it. They've got numbers. Shot, and Dubuque is able to capitalize. And Dubuque wins with 1.7 seconds left on the clock. Okay.
Scoring!
He's